太极推手4，大吕动步推手。禅静与螺旋静之练习。A roll back, sometimes people can define there's a large roll back and small roll back. But the large roll back called 大吕 is more common than the small roll back. But small roll back in the Yangban Ho style actually emphasize a lot because Yangban Ho is well known. He focusing in more smaller circles. So among this roll back, one of the most important training is called spiraling. The spiraling I explained in this book. This book is accumulated my 41 years of experience in this book. In the chapter 1, we talk about what is a Tai Chi. Actually, Tai Chi in the human body is a mind. So when this mind manifests into martial arts, become Tai Chi Chuan. But inside, the mind is internal. When it manifests into external, actually it's all spiral movements. And Chen style talk about these spiral movements. It initiates from the dantian all the way to the fingertip. This one they call silk reading jing. Actually, in the Yang style Tai Chi, they call Tai Chi symbol, stinking hand training. But whole concept is from the spiral movements from the center. You want to know more about this theory, please refer to this book, chapter 1, so we don't have to spend too much time for that. So it's very important when you watch the video, at the same time, you have the theory together with you. So in this case, you adapt the theory into application, and from the applications, you can apply it to the theory and vice versa. All right, so next one you're going to see is the spiral movement. This spiral movement is actually practiced with another partners. It's very important. The spiral movement is trying to help you to move from one section to another section, from this section to the shoulder, or from this one coming back. So you can easily move from one section to another section. Your enemy doesn't even notice what they are doing. The whole idea is like a snake. Your whole arm is like a snake. It spiral around a branch. So there are a few kinds of practice you're going to see now because it's very build up the foundation, very important foundation of a moving, pushing hands. So in the spiral movements that we can see the opposite hands, from this section, I can move all the way to this one. Also, I can move all the way to the shoulders. Usually, the best application actually is only one circle, you go to next target. Instead of go to 2 or 3 because they take too long. So this one you can see, I have this clockwise. Also, this one have a counterclockwise, the same thing. Everything have clockwise and counterclockwise. The question is, when I get here, I want to immobilize the arms. Whenever the elbow push away, I immobilize this side, open up for my strike. When I immobilize this side to seal. When I seal him and to open up for my attack. The same reason for same side for the other side. So this side again, you have a clockwise and you have a counterclockwise. So everything is here is to whole idea either to open up or to seal. And at the same time, of course, you always have to worry about the other hands. Your enemies, the other hand can attack you as well. So be aware of that. 定步 Okay, the hand try to touch the 丹田 first. Okay, the hand open and stick together. Okay, so from this one you notice, one side is clockwise, the other side is counterclockwise. And that's why they mutual can cooperate with each other. So when you go to this side, there are two ways. One way, I can use this one to get down, to seal down. The other way, that's what you see, is go this one for pluck, to take off balance. So either way is fine, but you should practice both. Okay, now look the same size. Continue. So when you watch people perform like that, watch their chest and see how they stick with each other. And remember, it's the body lead. The body initiates all the movements directed by the waist and manifest in the fingers and stick together and feel comfortable. And there's a big circle. And see if they can make a smaller circle. Hey, small circle. So watch it, see how they climb against each other, like the trees, and the snake climb over the trees. Okay, so sometimes it can be big and sometimes it can be small. Okay, all right, that's good. So remember, all the things, try to as much as possible. Don't get big circle like this kind of sticking. It's always the most important. Okay, sometimes two circles, sometimes only one circle. Sometimes very quickly, you go in already. Good. Watch the chest. Brian, watch the chest. Yes, and quad has to be alive. Okay, now the other hand open to balance it. Okay. All right, so it's not bad. So remember, sometimes two circles is fine, but two circles sometimes take too long. So eventually you want to be only, let's already finish it. Instead of 1 and 2. 1 and 2 usually give your opponent more chance to defend against you. Okay, now same size. Okay, good. Try to seal each other, it's fine. So the body have to move, yes. Try to seal each other, the body have to rotate in order to get out the sealing. You neutralize it. Brian have to turn more to neutralize it when they seal you. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, see, yeah, that's it. Now you can see he cannot seal you because you direct the power to the side. Okay, now make a small circle. Yeah, it don't have to be big, smaller, under one circle instead of two circles. Mm-hmm. All right, so now you can see the way they practice is not bad. Only Brian have to improve more for the chest area. Otherwise, it's not bad. The rotation is good. The quad is loose. It's no problem. It's the sticking sometimes get big, sometimes get small. It's not necessary every time big. Okay, the first one, hand touch the dantian so you can feel the movements. don't change directions. Yeah, the body have to turn. Yeah, don't feel you're trapped. If you're trapped, that means body didn't turn far enough. Yeah. When your body turns, you find out you don't trap. Okay, now when I say stop, you stop because there's one place I need to point it out. Continue. Yeah, this area, because earlier you did more, this area you stop here. Yeah, you stop here, try to use this hand to struggle. No, eventually don't do that. If you do that, you got because the body just turns. When the body turns, everything disappears. Instead of go here and try to use the hands, the body turn. Remember, rotation. Watch your rotation. One more time, see that. Don't get that trap. No, we don't change directions. You change direction again. Yes, the body turn. Good, it's much better. Okay, now, yeah, body turn. Okay, now the same side, let me see. And watch chest. Now, Brian, when you touch the chest area, so yeah, pay attention to the chest, okay? Pong, chest in, good. Hey. That's much better. You can see the chest move now. Watch your chest, don't forget again. Yeah, when you think about it, you got it. Edge. And make it smaller and make it bigger. Yeah, that's good. All right, show me a couple of times. You can go all the way to the shoulder. Body have to turn more. If body don't turn more, it's closer to your center. Body have to turn more when someone go to your shoulder. That's it. See, now it's good training. All the way to the shoulder. Okay, that's not bad. So remember, start the training to the elbow first. After it gets smooth, you have body movements and slowly go to the shoulder. Okay, let me try one more time with Rami and Jeff, and they try to give each other trouble. And they can change from here to here or here to shoulder. Okay, the way they like. It's more like it's a basic training, but almost like a freestyle. They can do whatever they want. Remember, when you start the initiate the movements, if you are clockwise, always keep clockwise. If you are counterclockwise, always keep counterclockwise. Later, we're going to teach you how to change the hands, because now the way you change is not good. If you go to someone go to this way, you want to change the outside, then again you mutual resist to each other. That's mean called double weighting again. So because the reason you have to listen and follow the pattern. Okay, until you get used to it, and still try to change direction anytime you want. You cannot do that. So the body has to turn right, so you cannot give each other trouble. Yes, see, it's all training. When the body get right, turn right, you can see nobody get nobody trouble, because it's so easy. By turning the body, you can neutralize all this coring process or spiraling process. Okay, again, sometimes get smaller, sometimes get bigger. See, the way they're doing is very nice. The only thing is the left hand, try to balance it. Yeah. Okay, good. Now, to the same size. It's not bad. Yeah, that's how you practice. Now, cross the eyes. Yeah. The most important is all by feeling. So when we reach a stage and cross your eyes, everything by touching. Watch the quad. Quad have to turn and chest have to move. Yeah, this is a very good exercise. It's a good exercise for your health and good exercise for the waist and for the hip joints, for the chest, for the spine. A lot of people don't understand. They think pushing hand is only for fighting. They didn't realize the pushing hand actually is the best health exercise you can see. Okay, that's good. All right. So now you can see the way they're doing this, the body, actually this part have to turn. If this one is not alive, they're going to be trapped, exactly the trap. On this one you turn, everything's out. That's the whole key point of the whole training. Okay, now next step we're going to see the moving. 动步 Okay. One of the Taichi Jing is called attachment. Attachment eventually like you intercept or you try to change hands. The attachment is important, like you try to touch someone immediately, like the fly paper. You stick on it and they have a feeling immediately. So before you go to moving, there's a basic drill. This basic drill is to help you to understand how do you attach and change from one hand to the other hands. So this one again, you can have a big circle and a small circle. The hands actually face each other. So when I move, you can see I move this one and I can just change, very simple. I change this one, the hand, I change again. Then of course he can change the same thing. So if you go here, it's keep following the same pattern. Remember, this is the same pattern. Okay, again, I want to change it. Then again, he want to change it. Then I want to change it. See, the body have to turn with it. The body without turning, then it's not good. So this will give you idea how to change your hands at the same time, turn the body at the same time. Okay, and before we go to moving, then that's why they're going to do this first. After they're going to move in. Okay. Good, then seal and start moving. Okay, can make a small circle, it's fine. You don't have to be big all the time. Okay, now you can see all this moving drill is so important. You have to have an angling first from the last step. Then you have the angling feeding, or then you can use the body to coordinate with it, with the hands stick together. Remember, so far when they stick together, they're always a good angle, so nobody can get nobody. The only thing is that their stepping still had to improve a little bit, because the stepping is not quite firm yet, it's still very light rooted. Okay, look like so far it's very nice. They keep a good angle. The same thing is a stepping, you need a little bit more rooted. For example, this kind of stepping, instead of just step this kind. Okay, that one need to improve because it take a long time to get it right with a good feeling to the ground. Because it's easier for us to build the feeling from the hands to the opponent, but it's harder for you to build the feeling from your feet to the ground because we take it for granted, you never pay attention. But eventually, because every time you walk, you pull your root up, so you already get used to it. So you have to have a feeling when I step in right away, it's good together, like you're pushing a car. You have to be good together once you touch the ground. That one's still not quite good yet. Okay. So that show them the feeling. It's not has to be 2 circles, sometimes 1 circle. Sometimes get small circle. Okay, yeah, this one is not bad. Okay, it's not bad. But again, this one look like you already know what we expect. It's not complete freestyle. But next one you can see freestyle. Let's mean freestyle. Sometimes you circle, you have 2 steps. In order to seal, it's become more aggressive. It's not that sometimes you seal not go to the elbow, it can go to the shoulder. That means the other side has to have a really good sense of distance, good sense of angling. Otherwise, it can be locked very easily. The next one is a freestyle. Remember, you can allow 2 steps. Some 3 steps is harder to see because 3 steps usually they take a longer time to seal. It's easier for an enemy to spot it. 2 steps is common. 1 step is most common. Then from here is common. Get here also common. But now practice against here is easier. Practice against here is actually harder. Okay. Yeah, this kind of training is very tiring. So far you can see probably is 95% they cannot get each other because they have the sense of rotating, the sense of retreating. So it's hard to get each other. But sometimes you saw them, they got each other too. So one thing is only one thing need to be improved is from bigger circle to smaller circle in the future. So a lot of times, see, when you move, you see how simple I move. I don't even go big circle. Right away, see my hand just climb over. I already move it. That's why I see already, very quick. So a lot of time, you go here, not only that, you can right away, I push the shoulder already. So those are things very important in the Tai Chi trend. Whenever you coil, you change from yin to yang, yang to yin. For example, now, see this is yang, I'm outside, he's outside too. When I coil, now I go to inside. When I go to inside, then give me attack. This one, for example, this one, both dangerous. I can attack him, he can attack me. But once I coil, now you can see he cannot attack me in the other hand. At the same time I change. So this kind of coiling technique in the Tai Chi Chuan is so important. So if anybody like to know Tai Chi Chuan pushing hand in the high levels, coiling training, this kind of basic training has to be very good.
转向
Remember earlier we talked about we should not change the direction when you practice this one. That's for basic drill. When you reach a good level, it starts become freestyle. Actually, you can change hands, but you have to know the right time and the right place. If you don't do it right, it can be used easily by your opponent. Okay, so watch the way we change the directions. Question, when I go here, I cannot change direction here. If I change direction here, elbow come in, shoulder come in, elbows come in. You cannot change direction here and here because remember, your opponent's hands here, now you go here, you mutual resistance. So when you change direction, for example, I want to change direction. When I go here, see my body, you turn. When the body turns, see my hands, you follow. You can see I changed direction already, but at the same time you can see it's very smoothly I change it. You watch again. When you're here, I'm doing clockwise. So when I go clockwise, I move the body here. See now this thing become counterclockwise already. So every time you change direction, actually your body rotates. At the same time, your hand have to stick on here because here is easy for you to neutralize. Here has more power. So because reason is easy to change it. So remember this basic theory is so simple. So when I go here, see my body. When I body here, my body, the hands already follow here. It's already changed these directions. So the same thing, when I change this one, I want to change this direction to watch it. When I go here again, when I go here, my body is, remember, this go this direction. It's a counterclockwise. When I go here, see my body become clockwise. Okay, now you can see this become harder, but you can change direction. But remember, the body have to rotate and have the right angle because the reason you have to keep away from the other hands.
太极镜3，翻镜。
The last video we talk about twisting jing. But this one, twisting jing and this jing, overturning jing, both are always used together. Overturning jings in Chinese we call turn over the bucket. Like you have a bucket of water, you try to turn it over. So what you do is this way. One hand's down, the other one is up. So eventually this direction, this direction. So watch the body is very important. So this direction,